Alright, the video that you guys have been waiting for, the e-bike is officially fixed. Alright, so for those who are new to the channel, this is my G-Max Pro, and I brought this bike with me on vacation about 2 months ago, and it broke the second day of us being on our 5-day vacation. It sucked. I was jumping the e-bike over a jump, and when I landed, the hub disattached from the motor, therefore I couldn't ride it for 2 months. The holidays were coming up, and we had a family emergency a while back, so we just honestly couldn't get to the e-bike. The e-bike finally got fixed. If you guys want the whole story on how this actually broke, go to my page, scroll down, and you'll find the video. Since this bike hasn't moved for 2 months, there's a lot of maintenance that needs to be done to the bike. Alright, so the maintenance that needs to be done to the G-Max is it needs air in the tires. We have to clean the bike because it's absolutely filthy. We have to adjust the brakes because they're loose again for some reason. All of these scuffs right here on the seat, this is from the first 2 weeks of me owning the bike. I kept adjusting the seat like pretty much every day because I didn't know what seat position I like, so we're going to get rid of all of these. Put the mount back on the bike for my phone, and also we're going to make this bike go faster. Yeah, that's right. We're going to make the bike go faster. So with these Amazon e-bikes, you can actually go into the settings and you can make it so that way the bike goes faster. It's called the speed limiter. That's going to be the last thing we do on the list. So you guys are just have to watch the whole video to stay tuned. Or, yeah, I guess you could skip it, but don't skip. All right, so first things first is we're going to clean the bike. I'm going to be using these crocodile cloths. Crocodile Cloth is a huge sponsor of Moto Daily. They hook us up with so many products, and I love their stuff. This is not a sponsored video, but I'm still going to use their stuff because it's amazing. It's definitely going to take a while to clean the whole bike, especially the wheels, but it's going to be worth it. I put up a list of everything that we're going to do in order. First, we're going to clean the bike. Then, we're going to fix all the scrapes on the seat. Then, we're going to put air in the tires. Then, we're going to adjust the brake. And then, we're going to put the mount back up on the bike, on the handlebars. And then the last thing, we're going to make the bike go faster. All right, so I'm going to time-lapse this video, or this clip. But I also want to time myself in real time to see how long it takes for me to wipe down the whole bike. Starting now. That took us 7 minutes. All right, it took a little more than 7 minutes, maybe about 8. Bam, look at that. Oh my God, it looks so much better. Look at the wheels. Very nice. We have the dash is all cleaned up, the handlebars, the headlight. And these are all, this is how many wipes it took to wipe down the whole bike. So it took 3 of them. Now that the bike is all wiped down and it's looking cleaner, it's still not the best, but it's way better than how it was when we started. Something that I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video is that I want to do cable management. Something that I don't like about this e-bike is the front of this. It's very, very messy. Now, I don't fully know, but I think, so we have these right here. So these are made to go over wires to make them look better. These might be too big for the e-bike is the only problem. But what we're going to do until we get ones that fit, that aren't that big, we're going to use zip ties. If any of you guys have a shop or a garage, you guys always know you could never find the zip ties. I mean, never. It's just, it's honestly impossible. I always spend about 20 or 30 minutes finding a zip tie, at least. I don't know where they are. All right, so I can't find the zip ties, which is weird because I know we have like 5 big bags of zip ties, but that sucks. All right, right now we're gonna put air in the tires because look how low that is. The e-bike is filled up with air. I'm gonna grab some wrenches. and I'm gonna make sure that everything is tight on the bike, because we did have to take the whole rear side of the bike apart, so I'm going to make sure everything is tight and all good to go. In case you guys want this e-bike, or if you have one similar to this, so the back bolts on the rear tire are, you're gonna need an 18mm wrench and a 19mm wrench, or just two 19s or two 18s. Make sure the backs are tightened. Yeah, that bolt's getting stripped. But if you look at the right lever, when you pull it in, it's too close to the handlebar. So we're gonna adjust this really quick. I'm never good at adjusting brakes. Normally, half the time I do it, I mess it up. I'm pretty sure. All right, just like that. Now both of the brakes are aligned perfectly. But it's not as bad as it was before, because before it was practically touching the handlebar. It's not bad. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna be getting rid of all these marks on the seat. We're either gonna spray paint over it or Sharpie over it. If you guys have made it this far in the video, thank you. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Should we get rid of all of the decals on the e-bike, or should we keep them? Got the seat here. Now, by the way, you guys, this is the alarm for my e-bike. So I have a remote and I can set the alarm to lock it. Sadly, the remote broke, and I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. It broke because I was flinging my keys and they hit the wall, and then the whole remote exploded. I'm not gonna take this off. I'm still gonna leave it on. Hopefully I can fix it, because this cost me like 30 bucks. But all these scratches, we're gonna get rid of them, like I said, with either spray paint or a Sharpie. Okay, I decided not to use spray paint because the spray paint that we have isn't the newest, and also I could mess something up and get spray paint on the seat. I don't want to risk that. Also, it's gonna take forever to dry. We're using marker. Car marker, and we covered over the marks. You can see there's still a bunch of marks down here. This part of the seat you're not gonna be able to see. Obviously, this doesn't look the best. Once I get a newer spray paint, we'll just spray paint over the whole thing. But from far away, you're not even gonna be able to see it. So while that's drying, we're gonna take some WD-40 and we're gonna put it on the brakes, we're gonna put on the pedals, the gears, any place that's squeaky. All right, we're gonna take our seat, we're gonna slide it back in. All right, this seat is on. Obviously, if you zoom in, you can see where we did the marks, like a little bit. But no one's gonna notice, especially when it's zoomed out. That looks so much better. So now we're gonna put on our RAM phone mount. By the way, this is missing a rubber piece. I have extra rubber pieces in one of these cabinets. I am gonna find it. I'm going to show you guys how to make your Amazon e-bike go faster without adding mods. This is my G-Max Pro that I got off of Amazon for $1,000 bucks. This e-bike goes anywhere between 25 to 30 miles an hour without pedaling. Once we go into the settings and we change this bike will go anywhere between from 30 to 35 miles an hour. Okay, so you want to turn on your battery, and then once your dash is on, you want to hit the power, you want to hit the plus button and the minus button at the same time. Once you do that, you're now going to be into your settings. So you see that one right there? So this one is the speed limit that it's on, and this goes all the way up to 9. So right now this is going all the way up. So 9 is the highest setting. Now once it's at 9, we're not gonna touch the dash at all. We're gonna wait until it goes back to normal. By the way, guys, the reason from the speed limiters is because let's say you have because it's not about the size of the bike, it's just the system. This is how the system works. Let's say you have like a 7-year-old riding and you don't want him to go 25 miles an hour. You go into the settings and you put him on a lower speed limiter. All of the bikes come stocked with the low speed limiter. A lot of the manuals don't tell you that you can change it because technically for e-bikes to be legal, they need to be at a certain miles per hour. So once the dash went back to normal, now we could hit the plus and minus button again, and you can see our speed limiter is now set to 9. All right, so just like that, we just made our e-bike 10 miles an hour faster without adding any mods. If you guys have an Amazon e-bike, give this a try. If you don't have an Amazon e-bike, it's not gonna work. Now that this bike is back in service, we're gonna be giving it a test ride later tonight or tomorrow. So stay tuned for the next video. And yeah, this bike is now ready to go. Man, I'm happy the e-bike is back. I'll let you know if I decided to sell it. As of right now, we're gonna keep it. But you never know what's gonna happen in the future.